Morning. Brian in Costa Rica here. I'm walking down to the river. We're going to do a river walk. Cool place, half-mile from my house. So, yeah, I'm trying to spend a lot of time down here. It's good. I need quiet sometimes, and I come down here and just sit and try to spend some time alone with God. Yeah, I got a complicated mind, and I need to spend more quiet time. But, yeah, grateful for this. I had a cool mountain at my last place was my little quiet spot. So it's cool that God gives us these little places, and I'm happy I found this one. So river, class 4 rapids, it's a cool place. I'm going to talk a little bit about focusing on the blessings in our life, the positives. Something I've been working on. And, you know, we can get sucked into all the bad stuff and all the worries and forget the blessings. So there's a lot more blessings if we focus on them. So talk a little bit about that. And here's where I'm at. Here's my walk down. It's like a farm down here. The owner of the property's got a bunch of plants and coconuts, fruits and vegetables growing, and I think he probably sells them alongside the road out of his truck. But a lot of fruit trees out here, and yeah, I see the guy driving around in his four-wheeler, and yeah, cool property. But we're heading down to the river. Okay, coming up on the river. Got my mic plugged in. Hopefully it'll be better. It starts getting loud down here. But yeah, here's where I'm at. The river is right ahead. There's a little pasture here. And there's some like 3 bulls, bulls out there. Must be some cows because the lady's milking them. A little shack over there. She sits on a log, so I don't think she's milking a bull. But yeah, here's the property coming down. Like I said, it's kind of like a farm down here, but pretty awesome. I'm going to show you the Jaguar den first. So here we go. Alright, right down by the river here. Here's, yeah, cool spot, fast water. Maybe we'll see some raptors coming down. They come around 9 or 10, so it's about time now. So hopefully we'll see some. Here's the river. We're going to walk around here. There's something living in here. I think it's a jaguar. He's up in that tree. They said they live in trees. So you notice, well, the growth is pretty thick. Very thick along the river. Until I get to this spot right here. And there's a couple paths going to the river. Something is obviously made a bed there. The tree is huge and giant branches. Be a great bed for a jaguar. So yeah, I think this is a jaguar den. I always feel like I'm being watched when I come back here. I feel like I'm being watched right now. If they decide to eat me, I'd never see it coming. So I have a little pocket knife. I don't know if that would do much good, but all right, gonna walk into the river, do the rocks a little bit. All right, I'm in the river here, walking along. It's good for me to come here. Like I said, I need quiet time. I need to slow down. Walking in this water, you see it's pretty murky, fast current, and yeah, forces me to slow down. Going a little fast already and almost slipped, so I need to take very slow steps. Check my footing with each step. So it's good for me. Forces me to slow down, or I'm going to go under and yeah, keep fighting this current. So here's my jaguar den again. Right now I have to go slow. Well, about 10-15 feet off the shore, and I think he lives in this tree. But here, see, it's very thick And then right here is where he lives. There's paths coming down to the river on either direction. And then if you look, it's thick, thick, thick. So, yeah. If he hangs out there, something does. And this tree, they said they live in trees. Got big, I don't know what kind of growth it is, but it's almost like beds on the branches. So if I was a Jaguar, man, that would be a good tree of choice. So I always feel like I'm being watched. So I think God gives us intuition, and here I am trying to get out of the water here. So keep moving on. All right, made it down to almost to where I'm to camp here, but yeah, I come down here and try to do some fishing. I don't know if I'd be able to reel a fish in this current. It's pretty crazy. They say there's machacas. I'm from Chicago. I'm used to perch and bluegills and crappies, but yeah, it's all different worlds here, and it's cool. Yeah, the river's got some trout in it, but a lot of weird fish you've never heard of, like you see in a fish tank. So yeah, very cool. Look where God put me. Look at it. So that's what I just walked through. There's the mountains there starting. So that's where I do my little mountain walks. But they said they do whitewater rafting down here. It's class 4 rapids, and I don't know a lot about the classes of rapids, but maybe 5 is the worst. I don't know, but this is pretty heavy. These people come through here, and it's cool. Hopefully we'll see couple rafts come through. But like I said, I'm grateful for this spot. Half mile from my house, you know. Look where God put me. I mean, look at that water there. It's insane. And I'm casting right over there trying to fish. How would I bring a fish through that? I've caught a couple, and yeah. Here's my river. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I didn't mean to do that turnaround, so yeah. So I come down here trying to do some fishing, maybe after rainy season. The water will clear up after probably 3 days or so. It clears up quite a bit. So it's been raining every day. So this is what we got. It's muddy and fast, and yeah. But how cool? How cool is that? Look at it. All right, down here by one of my rocks I use as a chair, and yeah, as I fish down a little, 50 yards away, kind of fast, but anyway, I can find kind of some calm water. Try to do some fishing down here. But yeah, I'm going to talk a little today about just something I've been working on personally is, you know, focusing on our blessings in our life. And it's easy to focus on, you know, all our worries and our hardships and that. And yeah, I'm just, it's been a crazy week for me, and in a good way. In a good way. You know, a week ago, I was really, man, just feeling heavy, and feeling real heavy. And then, like I said, I just had some interventions with people who come into my life. I've watched some things, and it's like I've been woken up to where I've been, and it's not where I want to be. So yeah, just we have so many blessings in our life, and it's so easy to get sucked into the you know, the negative. We'll talk later on spiritual battle. You know, everyone thinks our world is, it's all political, and it's, you know, Republicans against Democrats and this versus that. The world divides us in so many ways, but you know, it's good versus evil. We're in a spiritual battle right now, and you know, a lot of people don't like to talk about that, but it's real. And you know, that the enemy, I was told if I'm going to follow God and, you know, go off and do mission work, and as you get closer to God, the enemy comes after you, and that's true. You know, I had a couple restless nights sleep. He comes to you in your sleep. Last night was terrible. I woke up saying, forgive me, just, God, forgive me. And it's a dream, and I felt guilty. But that's the enemy. He'll come at you anywhere you can. And, for me, when I'm focusing on that negative, I'm listening to the enemy, not of God. And this morning I got up and I got my Bible out. And I got in a habit for the last few years I've been doing, and I have some Bible apps. I read the verse of the day. And it helps me. I feel like I try to say good morning God, good morning Jesus, and starting my day with God. And I read these couple verses before I look at Facebook or anything on my phone. And I need to get back in a habit with the Bible. I was reading 2 chapters a day every morning, and it's easy to get sidetracked by things. I could be so distracted so easily. But there's this, the blessings. We need to focus on the blessings and, our good things in our life. So much to be grateful for. I'm meeting a guy tonight for dinner. I met him in the store in town and just started talking about God to him. And he said he'd been trying to go to church, but doesn't feel, any click, or it's not doing anything for him. I invited him to our beach church. I said, well, come check out our church. It's pretty cool. We meet on the beach. And he shared some struggles he's going through. And, I said, pray. I'll pray for you. And I've been praying for this guy. And he reached out and shared some stuff. And he said, he messaged me later on WhatsApp, said, I don't know why I shared this stuff with you, but I felt like you were a man of God and I could trust you. And he shared some personal stuff and that he's going through. And, at that time I was struggling, and I'm just, I don't know. And it's something like that. God puts a person in our life that he's in need. I'm meeting him for dinner tonight. He messaged me yesterday and he said, I don't want to go on. I don't want to go on anymore. What do you do, Brian? I'm like, man, I just met this guy, and talking, like there's no sense in life anymore, and he wants to end it. And he reached out to me. He didn't even know me, but that's God. That's God using us, and I'm going to meet him tonight, and I need to remember that, in my mind, I'm going to save, I take it responsibility. I'm praying to be strong, and he said feel like he's spiritually being attacked, and that's real. And I'm ready to try to expel demons from the guy. I'm praying for, cover me in the blood of Jesus. I'm not afraid of these evil spirits. And I'm ready to go in with a cross and a Bible and start, save this man from what's attacking him. And I got to remember, that's not my job. It's not my place. God calls me to do that someday or down the road, I'll do that. But just a blessing that he reached out to me. He doesn't even know me. But, my job is to just lead him. Lead him to God, lead him to Jesus, and give him hope and share my story with them. And I'm on a walk, so how cool is that? Almost overwhelmed with this gratitude the last couple of days, and it's cool. I'm so grateful for so many things. I'm meeting this guy tonight at 6 o'clock, and what a blessing, and hopefully I can be of some help to him, and just in whatever way God chooses to use me, because it's not about me. I get into like I said, going with my cross and Bible and doing an exorcism, or fighting his evil spirits, and I'll stand by your side. And I don't even know this guy, but I would, and that's not what God. I don't need to take all this responsibility on. I'm just a vessel and a tool to be an example and lead him to church. Maybe he'll get baptized. Maybe he will turn to God and to Christ. But I could share my story with him. And remember, I don't have to save. It's not my job to save them, and it's my job to just be an example and lead them. So I'm grateful for that. It's so cool. And tomorrow I get to go I drive the church bus, pick up the Casa guys. Excuse me, it's 100 degrees and 100% humidity, and I'm a sweater. Anyway, I was asked if I wanted to go with a mission team. So we're taking a mission team up to the indigenous Bribri tribe. There's some tribes here in Costa Rica. They kind of live up in the mountains and try to, live like old ways. I don't know a lot about them. But I'm going to sleep in a tent tomorrow and drive a group mission team up there. We're taking 2 vehicles. And wow, how cool is that? I get to go hang out for the weekend with the indigenous of Costa Rica in the mountains. And yeah, what a blessing. I'll be taking some videos. It'll be a cool spot for videos. I hope, yeah, they're okay with that. But yeah, what a blessing. How awesome is that? Yeah, I don't know, walking down here, a guy came down, it might be the owner of the property, and I don't know a lot of Spanish, hola, buenos dias to him, and he kind of waved, and he was folding up a big leaf, like a big palm leaf, and then as I started walking through the water, I saw the leaf float by me, and I'm like, oh, crap, I hope that's not I don't know why you put that in the water like that, but my mind's sick. I'm thinking, hopefully they put a hex on me. There's a lot of Christians here. The indigenous, a lot of them aren't Christians. We're going to do some Bible study, and they pray, and they say a lot of them have some, different beliefs, like almost witchcraft stuff. So, yeah, I see this leaf floating by me, and I'm thinking, oh man, that's not a little, send a curse down me in a little leaf boat. But it's all right. I prayed this morning to be protected by the blood of Jesus for my meeting with this guy tonight, so that leaf can't hurt me. And yeah, it's just grateful for the and I want to keep this, and life's not like I'll be like this tomorrow. We're a walk. It's a walk with God for me, and but I need to focus on the good and the blessings. And it's so easy to get sucked into, like that water there, man, that fast water. I've been there. Just fighting in that, and feeling like you're just drowning. And I feel like I'm on the verge of a breakthrough, and I've been praying for breakthrough, and I think God's making it happen. And wow, I'm so grateful. And I got a new selfie stick coming, because this one's kind of shaky and flimsy, and it's pretty ghetto. But yeah, looking forward to I got a friend returning, and I've been going to a couple AA meetings. I haven't been to an AA meeting in a long time, so just yeah, it's cool stuff. I started a YouTube channel, trying to make these videos, and yeah, there's so many blessings, and I'm trying to focus on them today, and I'm going to share some stuff over the weekend. I'm going to meet the Bribri tribe. How awesome, in the mountains. So yeah, it'll be cool. But yeah, but hope anyone can get something out of this. That's why I'm doing these. Just gonna share a little bit about Costa Rica and just my walk here, because it's all new to me, and God's a work. I'm a work in progress. I'm pretty jacked up. My wife says I'm a wild card. I know I am, but God, I'm so much better than I was. And, wow, just a year ago. But yeah, follow my channel, subscribe, check out our website. Yeah, Cross to the Mountain Ministries. We're doing good things here. I've had a couple people come to me this week about Casa de Amor, and they want to help. And I take that on. We were able to pay rent for 4 months for them, and that's huge, for Jimmy, the director, and we were able to do that. That God did that through some donations, and some people have reached out this last week who want to cover their bills, and if they could do that, my ministry could focus not just on keeping the lights on, but to bless these men, to bless them. I told Jimmy, we'll get a big freezer, we'll get a cow, a side of beef, put it in there. I went yesterday, I didn't make it to Bible study, we were gonna do bingo. I got wrapped up in a mechanic. But I told these guys that we're doing a thing sponsoring the men. $60 to sponsor a man for Christmas, and through donations so far I got like 10 people sponsored out of 26. I got like 12. So yeah, and I'm gonna get them all sponsored. And they have a big party on Christmas night. And I asked my amigos yesterday, I said, you know, me and Trina, Jimmy said that, you know, I don't have family here. I said, could we come and share Christmas night with the men at Costa? And he said we could do that. And they're gonna cook a pig, and you know, let's get some clothes and a couple shirts and shorts and some gifts. And wow, you know, we're making a difference. And I take responsibility sometimes, like I gotta save this rehab and I gotta save these children. And no, I just gotta be a vessel. And these people I talked to this week, I spoke to a woman 2 nights ago, and wow, to be able to not focus on just keeping the lights on for blessings for the men, maybe, you know, more clothes. They don't eat meat. They're feeding 25, 30 men 3 meals a day, and it's a struggle. So if there's people gonna come in and take the operating expenses off the plate, wow, thank you, God. I could bless them. Focus on blessings instead of just keeping the lights on. And it's going to be an awesome 2026. So, yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for that. I love these men. Go to the website. Go to the website. Cross to the Mountain. Cross to the Mountain Ministries. These are tears of joy. This is gratitude. The Holy Spirit hits me. I told you I'll cry. It's all right. I'm making a website for a friend of mine. It's coming out awesome. So, yeah, so many good things happening. So check out our website, donate if you can, you know, sponsor a couple men. I'm gonna put a link on there, be updating it, but it's $60. So we're doing a food drive for the children in Cocao. I wanna provide a bag of groceries for these kids, they're so poor. Yeah, for Christmas, give them some food, you know. But yeah, it's awesome. God's doing big things, and I feel like we're on the verge of a breakthrough. So check us out, follow us.